What's up, y'all? It's Moochie, and I'm back with a video. I'm talking about BMF. This is season 3, episode 2, and it's called Magic Makers. So, there was a lot of stuff that happened in the last episode where Terry done brought his side piece home, Markeisha, which was very, very, very disrespectful, y'all. Very disrespectful. And now we see them pick up when this episode starts. This new episode starts. It starts with Meech and Terry, a young Meech and Terry, and they're showing the magic trick how it's being exposed, and he's just doing some metaphoric explaining of what's gonna happen in this coming episode. Next, we see Terry move his last box into this house where Markeisha is. And Markeisha, it looked like she had some tissue in her hand. Y'all saw that tissue? I'm just saying, she had that tissue in her hand, and she's looking at Terry like she got sad puppy dog eyes, and she gonna tell him, "Oh, this is not gonna work out. This is not gonna work out because blah 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 blah." Meanwhile, you looking at chandeliers and all its expensive stuff to put in this home. Let me find out that she gonna have Terry fix up this whole house, and she end up coming there every now and again, because that seemed kind of crazy. I hope she moved out and moved back in at Boone's house, or moved back in with her mama. You done causing all this disruption for this girl. She don't even want you like that. She seemed like she just a gold digger. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So basically, it sounds like Terry, she wants Terry to pay for her lifestyle. Like, she come there from time to time, get some D and keep it moving. Terry moved that, when he moved that last box in here, and then I'm looking at the tissue that she had on her hand. She had fake tears and everything, y'all. Fake tears and everything, y'all. You know what? This makes me don't like Markeisha even more the way I see her. She was just like, I guess you finally came back to reality and thought about all of this and said, you know what, let me leave this boy alone and go back home to my family, to my son, and I guess I'm gonna do this big with Boone. Let me find out. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Moving on. And thanks to Terry, BMF is going to have beef with Royal Oak and her crew. Mark my words, y'all. Meanwhile, we see Terry, he goes from there to his new restaurant that he's building, which I think is a bad idea. He's there with Hoop, and this is where they find out that Cena gets bagged. And he gets picked up. He's jammed up now. So that means K9 snitched on Cena. So basically, he told on Cena. But he ain't tell on Meech and Terry, though. But he told on Cena. My question is, will Cena bring in Meech and Terry? I don't think so, because you know what? It looked like Cena sent some boys to the Flannery home. And Charles answered the door. And Charles wasn't having it. These guys can't even speak English that good, and they call him Meech Demetrius. And he know that's his son name, but I would say I don't know either, because I don't know these dudes either. You got all of this coming to my house, and this is the reason why Charles did not want Meech and Terry in that house with this, because he didn't want stuff like this coming to his home. So now I understand why he was mad in the beginning, but either is he gonna get down with this now that he see that the boys is getting deeper and deeper? Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because eventually he does get down with it. So I want to know, is this one of the things that prompts him to get involved with this? Okay? Is it me, Or did one of Cena's boys look like he was related to Charles? I'm just saying, he looked like a light-skinned version of him. Anywho, did you see how he came in with that hammer? He had that hammer out. Look, all he had was his tool belt on, but the hammer came out quick. Next, back in Atlanta, she gets a call from Terry. And Terry tells Meech that they travel agent, aka Cena, got picked up. Like, they closed down. So he's letting them know in code. They talking in code on the phone. But I think this is where all of this starts, where they start catching him. Because even though he think he's talking in code, you know the feds be knowing how to break down little stuff. They be having little street dudes come in there and break down the whole lingo and whatnot. So is this the beginning of that paper trail that starts with the phone calls? Or, am I speaking too soon? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now, meanwhile, he's going to work on his end, Terry, and see if he can find a bigger plug. And Meech is going to see if he can find somebody in Atlanta. But the dumbest thing, once again with Terry, he going to see if he could go budget. Now, you know where I'm going with this, y'all. My theory is, if that girl end up dressing down and getting in some street clothes and do some kind of deal with Terry going to end up getting popped. And I hope it don't happen like this. But let me know, am I going too far off? Is it too far-fetched? Do you think I'm on the money? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Now, Meech, he's going to try to connect with Dice people since Dice got taken down and see if he could get that whole Alabama to Texas connection. So if he finds one of Dice people in Alabama or something and they hook up, he might still be able to push forward and do this whole thing that he gonna do. And Stacks got people he gonna sell the rest of the bricks off to. But the question is he gonna try to undercut it, or is he gonna try to take a higher price and do something slick, like where he taking a little something off the top for himself? I'm just thinking like somebody, because I don't trust Stacks. What y'all think? I could be wrong, and I could be right with this. But I'm just saying, y'all. Think about it.
I was not exactly right.
Yo, they both failed this boy. Detective Brian and his ex-wife Gloria. So we find out she wasn't even paying attention to this kid. He can't even get a security job that's paying money. She don't even have money. How the heck she ain't know that her own son got picked up and it was in the paper? That's how Meech and them found out about it. Where are you, lady? Under rock, Gloria, Gloria. Where the heck are you? How the heck you ain't know your son was in the mix like this? They both failed this boy. So she just gonna write out a little check and give it to him, and that's that. And she basically did sign over her rights to Detective Brian. Like I said, they both failed this kid, and it's like basically like this kid got flushed down the toilet and he left for dead. Brian sucks, man. How the heck you ain't say this money when you was like getting it in with Meech and stuff like that? You have nothing to show for it. I'm still mad about it. I know I keep revisiting it, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna stop. You heard of Shaq and Kobe? I call it Jen and Kobe because that's Anderson's first name. So that's what I'm gonna be referring to them for the rest of the season now. So when you hear Shaq and Kobe, I'm going to say Jen and Kobe. That's what I associate it with. So if you hear anybody else say that, I don't know who, but you got it from me. Anywho, they are at the restaurant, her father's restaurant. They figure out that no one's talking. So, Kobe kind of frustrated. She frustrated about this. In walks Jen's dad, and we find out that Kobe speaks Mandarin. I'm telling you, she introduces Kobe to her dad as her new partner. And Jen's dad asks, well, what happened to the other partner? And Jen tells him he was coloring outside the lines a little too much. Now, listen to what her dad says. Sometimes painting outside of the line makes things a little more interesting. Now I'm telling y'all, now that this chick know how to speak Mandarin, watch they try to act like she from some type of exotic place where, Terry think he's so smart and business-wise. If she do something where she kicking it, where she speaking Mandarin, even though they know Jen and they seen Jen before, if she does that undercover and selling bricks off to Terry and he end up getting bagged, I'm going to be pissed off, y'all. But I don't know. This could go left. Do y'all think she might go undercover and try to do a buy and bust with Terry? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So Terry, he meets up with Sterl and he's watching out for Terry's people. And they're discussing how they're going to try to get this new plug. And he's going to go out to the burbs to try to do this. He's discussing this whole game plan with Hoop. And it's just between Hoop, Terry, and Sterl. So they're going to try to make moves and see if they could get a connect up here in Detroit. Next, we see Lucille and Charles. They go to this new church. And they have Nicole with them. She meets this boy, and his name is Breeze, y'all. Y'all finally got y'all Breeze. Okay, a good Breeze right now. All right, Breeze and BMF. Anywho, she meets this boy. They see her having eyes for them. Lucille's gonna sign up for this woman's thing for after church. So we in the Caldens, y'all, the burbs. And this is where we meet Henry, aka Henrietta. And this is going to be a potential plug for Terry. So he's going there to talk to her, but we see a little bit in action. And she don't take no mess. She messing with dudes' girlfriends and all of that, telling them what they bodies like. And we also see Peaches. So Peaches basically hooked Terry up with Henrietta. She's connected. So we're going to learn a little bit more about her. Maybe we'll learn her backstory. What do y'all think about this new character? Right now, when I saw the coming attractions, I did think it was kind of characterish, like a superhero villain. But, I'm going to give it a chance and see how it plays out. And she offers them a price, $28 a key with a pound of weed on top. Even though Terry don't want the weed, he takes it. We see that she's kind of like a threat. Meets with Cena's people, and he was mad rude. It was just disgusting how rude he was. And you know what? He messed himself up with this, because if he would have talked to them politely, he wouldn't have had a problem. But they was already warned about him. They was warned about him per Cena. Cena don't really mess with Terry because Terry's rude. And that's why they didn't do business in the first place, even though Terry knew Spanish. Now imagine if Meech knew Spanish like how Terry was taught. He would have been so suave, and he's still smooth, even though there's a bad language barrier problem. I'm going to get to that later. I know I put on my track shoes, but Terry pissed me off this scene, yo. Meanwhile, Meech is trying to set up a meet to meet with Glock. So he's going to try to go through, I guess, with the stripper. So he's going to try to see if the stripper could set up a meet like that. And, he pieces her off for some bread. And they're going to try to work out that situation. So it looks like right now, I'm still got my eye on Stacks. But I believe that he's on the up and up right now, I think. Because he seems like he's making moves with them. But you can't really know for sure yet. Nicole and Lucille at the church doing the womanly things with the group and all of this other stuff. And Lucille and these tampons, I don't know about all that. She don't even want her daughter using tampons and stuff like that. But, I could dig it. She ain't do it yet, so she don't really need to be putting nothing up there yet. So I totally get it. Anywho, why she meet a person from her past? This was the guy that almost actually married her. She turned him down and married Charles instead. Dude is a doctor, y'all. Dr. Maurice Montclair. So, look, I don't know. Charles better get it together. I guess this is one of the reasons that Chuck may start messing with his boys and start selling them. Anywho, Stacks, Duffy, and Meech are back at the club, and Angel has a rude customer. But me, myself, personally, I believe this is all Greenie's doing, and this is how this happens. Meech basically beats the mess out of this guy. He really beats him up for disrespecting her. And I'm watching how Greenie is looking at all of this. I believe he orchestrated this, y'all.
The guts to learn how to respect women, nigga.
So Detective Bryant meets up with Blaze. Blaze is one of these old-time hustlers, I guess. And he lets him know, like, are you still in the game? He says, people like me never leave. But they meet up. Detective Bryant tells him that he needs money for a lawyer for his son. He knew what happened, but it was kind of like, let me think about this if I'm going to help you. And I want to see where this goes, because we find out later that he is actually related to Henrietta. That's his daughter, y'all. So he lets Henrietta know, like, he's going to be working with you. And she's like, nah, I control my own stuff. But he's like, no, this is my name we talking about right now. So we're going to work with this dude. And that's that. So she got to follow her dad's rules. I don't know how this is going to work out, y'all. FYI, y'all remember Christopher Duncan? He used to be on, everybody usually remembers him from the Jamie Foxx show. But that's him from an original gangster. So he know how to play a hardcore gangster, y'all. So look, I'm tuned in, and I want to see how this plays out. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Did y'all know? So the foreshadowing moment for me in this scene was, Henrietta, you still carry my name, and this is why has to be done this way. What did y'all think? And also, when Blaze right hand man said, a desperate man could be a dangerous man. So let me find out if do y'all think that Detective Bryant is capable of using these people and then throwing them under the bus and putting them in jail? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. So Meech and Duffy walk through this house. They supposed to meet these people. That's supposed to set him up with a plug. And we walking through and we seeing bodies. We seeing the Miami KI double hockey stickers, okay? But we also see Loco. And this is the first time Meech is meeting Loco, but he don't know him. He don't trust him. But he mentioned Ty Washington, and they have like the language problem, but then shot stuff busting off. But you do. His hitman is with him. I don't even know this guy's name. I gotta get his name because he's like ill with it. This was like a good scene. This was a great way he met the plug. And, I thought it was kind of cool.
Diablo no existe, bro. Bang, bang, we go. Hold on, man. This shit don't feel right.
So Meech and Loco basically are going to be doing business together. That's Meech's new plug. And it seems like they going to go out and celebrate. Meech calls Terry, let him know what's good, and let him know he should follow in suit too. But I was thinking, Terry had access to Loco first. If he would have been talking nice or would have had he's a bad businessman. He doesn't communicate well. If he would have communicated well, he probably would have been the plug, y'all. I'm just seeing stuff with Terry, and I feel like he's the demise of BMF, y'all. That's my opinion. Some may not like it. Some may agree. But Henrietta feel like she's in there like swimwear. And she takes out Peaches. And me as far as this, I have no feelings whatsoever. She deserved what she got because, she already pow-pow somebody because she went crazy. Remember she pow-pow that dude she was messing around with. So, I don't know. I know Meech took the guy out, but it was something crazy like that. But anywho, she got what she deserves, so she cuts her out the deal, so she takes her out. Terry goes back to meet with Henrietta. I keep seeing this. This is once again, Terry's a bad businessman. Now, okay, you and her not going to do this deal, but now you're going to taunt this woman. You're going to taunt her like she's not a threat after Sterling told you that these people is connected. Her father is an OG and he's connected. So now you done shook this tree and now stuff is going to happen. I'm mad at Terry again, y'all. Terry is the root of all of this stuff when BMF be getting into little squabbles and beefs. He don't know how to control his temper. He's not a good businessman. And he's just horrible. His behavior in this last meeting with Henry was horrible. Horrible. We get a backstory on Kobe. Kobe tells Jen that basically she didn't have a family. And she used to buy from a dude that looked like Cuts. And Cuts seemed like her type. Didn't I say that this girl is going to go undercover? Now the question is she going to be like somebody is going to be able to be in a room full of drugs like that and not use? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. That's her backstory. Now they are going to follow Cuts and see where he goes. Nicole and Lucille have this talk. And I don't think this talk went the way Lucille thought it was going to go, because it was like Mr. Maurice is looking at you like how Breeze is looking at me. She done shut that down. Anywho, meanwhile, it's trouble in paradise with Lucille and Charles. She's done with him. He done came up there. She like, what are you doing up here? She looked like when she was lotioning her hands, she wanted to take that ring off. I'm just saying. She lets him know, look, you need to go back downstairs and sleep on the couch, because, ain't no rhythm coming here. Ain't no motion in this ocean. You done here. You done. She was sitting there humming and hawing and thinking about Maurice Montclair, Dr. Montclair. I had to go back and look, y'all. She did take off the ring. She took off the ring, and she gonna meet up with Dr. Montclair, y'all. I'm just saying. Chuck took that pillow, and he gonna go on downstairs and probably talk to Pamela and the Fingal sisters. She's like, good night, Charles. She shut him down completely. Meanwhile, back at the strip club, Meech bumps into Mo's cousin Tina, and she tells Meech that she's going to school for law thanks to her cousin and how much she misses her and stuff like that. Do you think we're gonna see more of her? Do you think she's gonna be able to let him know what's going on? Because remember, that's how him going to Freaknik, that's how he ended up meeting some connections and stuff like that. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. So he notices that the headliner's not there. Angel's not there. So Duffy tells Meech, yo, I think Angel lined us up with them Haitians. But if Angel lined them up, that means Greenie lined them up. Greenie is, I don't know, I don't see him lasting too much longer, or something's gonna happen. Don't be surprised if Cuban Loco take out Greenie, because you doing some backdoor-ish, and you must be working with the Haitians. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Jen and Kobe, they follow Cuts, and they follow Cuts to that restaurant where they hanging out eating, and it's Terry there, Sterl, you got Hoop there, also you got LaWanda there. So this is how they gonna jam LaWanda up with CPS, because you here hanging out with drug dealers. So they gonna say that this baby might need to go into Child Protective Services. Child Protective Services is gonna pay LaWanda and Terry a visit. That's how they gonna come in at them this way. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. As for Terry, I don't know about y'all. It look like Terry is just gonna have beef with Henrietta and her crew. He got the police watching him, and he's very sloppy. So this is a lot that's gonna be coming after him. Now I see how they gonna get Child Protective Services involved, because now he's bringing LaWanda everywhere with him. See, before he wasn't doing that, because he was taking, all over the place. Monkey shine. And then now you got the police watching you. I don't know how this is going to turn out for Terry. I know we know because history or whatever, but I want to see how they play this out. Because the way it looks now, it looks like everything is on T with them getting jammed up. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, y'all. Subscribe, hit the like, hit the share. Put me up in that algorithm, y'all. And holla at your girl.